Welcome to Ultimate SEO. This module covers social SEO. My name is Leo Wadsworth from leowadsworth.com. Google is always looking for new ways to determine the best websites. They have announced that they will be putting a greater emphasis on social signals as a way to do this. Social signals refers to postings and links on social sites, such as Facebook and Digg. Social SEO looks for ways to improve and increase a website's presence on the social sites. Popularity Contest Part 2. Social SEO is actually a special form of off-site SEO. Given its unique attributes and the fact that Google is looking at it more closely, it deserves its own treatment. Consider each reference on a social site as a vote for your site. Google is now placing a greater emphasis on such votes as a part of how they rank your pages. Google has also been modifying the way in which it displays search results. As part of its ongoing effort to increase the quality of search results, it is now displaying modified search results that include your browsing history and certain social site interactions. While this increases the likelihood that a search result will be more relevant for a particular user, it can drive website owners crazy. It makes it a little bit harder to understand exactly where your page will be shown in the search results. There are 6 big established social sites that you need to consider. The sites are Google+, Facebook, LinkedIn, Digg, StumbleUpon, and Twitter. Outside of this group, there is a new upstart called Pinterest. I will be talking about each of these in this module. Special characteristics. There are a couple of special characteristics or attributes to consider when dealing with social media. People have an intensely personal connection with social media. In particular, there can be significant hostility towards stealth marketing. If you're going to market on social media, you need to be upfront about it and clearly label what you are doing. There are particular opportunities for companies or organizations to have specific pages on Facebook, Google+, or LinkedIn. YouTube has provisions for you to create a channel for your organization or business. It is also reasonable for you to establish a Twitter feed. For all of these, the key is to make it easy for people to determine that this is an official communications channel. Don't try to hide it, and don't try to make it appear as if it were coming from normal people. In the world of social media, it can take time to build a following or an audience. It is crucial to produce new social media content with a regular, consistent frequency over a long period of time. If you don't have enough new content, or if you publish infrequently, or especially if you give up too soon, you will not be able to develop a good audience. Top social sites. The 3 top social sites are Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. While there are thousands of potential sites, I would recommend you constrain your efforts towards just the top sites. Facebook is by far the biggest of the social media sites. It has grown from being a hangout for teenagers into being a place where many entire families can be found. It is perhaps a more personal site and one that is very family-oriented. Facebook can consume large amounts of time in conjunction with its deep integration with third-party applications such as games. If Facebook presence is especially appropriate if you are offering appeals to a general audience. Many businesses, especially those with a local focus, will want to create a Facebook page in addition to their website. This gives a great place to share all sorts of fun local information, including pictures as well as special offers. Google+ is Google's latest attempt at competing in the social media space. They have consolidated and eliminated previous attempts, such as Google Wave, and are betting big on Google+. While it is still in its infancy, Google has deep pockets and has declared tenacity towards making this work. Probably their biggest innovation in the social media space is the use of circles to segregate your contacts into different groups. Google Plus appears to want to be Facebook and LinkedIn combined. LinkedIn is a social media service that is geared towards professionals and businesses. As such, it is smaller than Facebook, but may have a more receptive audience depending on your offering. Top social bookmarking sites. Social bookmarking sites are sites that are specifically geared at sharing links to interesting content. Many of these sites are older than sites such as Facebook. In the early days of the web, they filled a role which now has at least been partially taken over by the search engines. 3 of the largest social bookmarking sites are Digg, StumbleUpon, and Slashdot. Digg and StumbleUpon are more general link sharing sites, while Slashdot is geared towards a more technical audience. The bookmarking sites are still able to generate a very impressive amount of traffic towards your site. Once again, you get the double bonus of improving your SEO rankings and generating traffic directly. Many times when one of these sites, especially Slashdot, makes mention of a particular small site, they can cause it to melt down under the traffic load. On Slashdot, they even refer to sites that crash in this manner as having been slashdotted. At the end of this module is a much more extensive list of social bookmarking sites. The upstart, Pinterest. There is a new upstart kid on the block called Pinterest. The site has exploded on the scene recently and is growing rapidly. Pinterest is mostly a social bookmarking site. It allows you to pin things that you want to share, much like pinning them to a cork bulletin board. It is well executed and quite attractive. Pinterest displays large graphical representations for the items which have been pinned. It is a favorite right now among internet marketers because Pinterest links are not marked nofollow. This means that items which have been shared on Pinterest pass on link juice. You can find this site at pinterest.com. Also, a prominent social site that stands by itself is Twitter. Twitter epitomizes our current culture. Communication on Twitter consists of tiny little sound bites. If you can't say it in just a few words, stay off Twitter. When using Twitter, you can specify company-specific and topic-specific tags. Twitter users can accumulate followers. These are people who have specifically elected to receive your short little messages or tweets. For internet marketers, this is analogous to having people on an email list. The celebrity expert technique works especially well when using Twitter. It allows you to put out specialized, helpful sound bites relating to your niche. There are other types of social media voting. These consist of ways that people can select particular topics and express their approval. Examples of these include Facebook Likes and Google's +1 campaign. It is especially obvious how Google might use their own campaign. It is good to share. Social SEO is all about sharing. Whether it is sharing with friends and family, or with co-workers, or even with strangers, the whole point of social media sites is to facilitate and promote sharing between people. You need to do 2 things to succeed with social SEO. First, you need content that people will want to share. And second, you need to make it easy for people to share. Some content will be shared more often. Viral content is by design specifically geared at sharing. Users are very likely to share contests and promotions. It is in your best interest to take extra care in making it trivial to share your content. It amazes me how many sites ignore this crucial step. One way to make it easy is to add special buttons on your website. These can be easily recognizable buttons such as a Facebook Like button or the Google +1 button. There is an interesting site called addthis.com. I highly recommend using this site. This site exists to promote sharing. By adding one small piece of code from this site, you are able to provide easy access to your users to hundreds of sharing sites. One great thing about addthis.com is that it also provides metrics concerning how your users are sharing. Outsourcing. In white hat social media outsourcing, transparency is everything. If you are encouraging other people to share your content, that's fine. If you are doing the sharing yourself, be sure to identify your relationship with your business or organization clearly. This is true for anyone you're outsourcing your work to. They should clearly identify their relationship with the company. You don't want anyone to accuse you of faking endorsements and positive information. Like other white hat outsourcing, you need to specify exactly what you want the people to do. You need to verify that they handle all of the details properly. You also need to make sure that you always add value to the social media site. Black hat social media outsourcing is where people pretend to be something that they are not. Most commonly, they pretend to be an impartial person who just happens to be sharing links to your site. While this can be effective, at least right now, like other black hat efforts, it is very risky. There are two places that you can use for outsourcing, both black hat and white hat. They're Fiverr.com and Odesk.com. Fiverr.com is especially interesting. It's a site where people will do things for a $5, in other words, for $5. However, again, you must be sure what the people are doing, that they're doing what you want them to do. Okay, this slide lists a large number of different social bookmarking sites that are available to you. It's also in the transcripts and the resource document. On to the next module.